Right, composite function, guys. Okay, so composite means, the word means to compose. So you will be given two functions uh, and you are going to compose. As I mentioned from the first video of the introduction to function, the FG, GH, and so on, so these are called composite functions. So for example, you are given fx equals x minus 3 divided by 2 and gx equals 3x plus 1. Okay, so there are so many questions that we can make out of these two functions. Okay, so the first one could be inverse and then later on composite. So in this topic now, you can think of the previous lessons and then put it here for the functions, then that is possible and that could be one of the questions in the exam. So let's see through it. So if, for example, you will be asked to find fgx. So there's no number yet here. So there's no number yet here. So that means you are going to make a base of the f and an input of g. What does it mean is that we are going to use this as our base, and the x here will be this function. Alright? So this means the f function will be replaced or will be having an input of the g function. Okay, so if we're going to write it, we will have fgx is equal to, again, this whole function will go there. Alright? So that means 3x plus 1 minus 3 divided by 2. Okay? Then the next step is to combine this together. So that means you will have fgx is equal to 3x minus 2 over 2. Okay? So make your composite function simple. So this is simple for me. And yes, why make it simple? Why we should not, if it is with a square or something, why we should not factor them out or interpolate the factors? Why? Because we need to make, we need to have that number here. So in some questions, it might be the x will be given a number here, so that it will not complicate your answer. Make your composite function simple. Is that clear? Alright, let's have example number 1. Okay, so this is how you find the function. What if, in our problem number 1, what if we have, let's say, 3 here? Okay, what if we have 3 here? Okay, so we find the composite function already. That means composite function of fg is equal to 3x minus 2 divided by 2. So to find fg3, okay, so finding fg3 here, okay, so better make it x. Okay, so this will be our A, this will be our B. Okay, so find fg3, that means you have this function here. We will use this. We will have fg in the x equals 3 times 3 minus 2 divided by 2. So that you are going to have 9 minus 2 divided by 2. That means 7 divided by 2. Fg x is equal to 3.5. A little messy with the board. Am I clear with this? So, sir, can we have G in place of, F in place of the G input vector? Yes, again, there are so many ways you can think of in dealing with the composite functions. You can even have an inverse function first, and then you are going to compose it. Right, problem number 3 here for composite function. So you have these functions. Fx will produce 3x plus 1, and gx will produce 2x minus 3. Right? And you are going to solve the equation fg. That means you are going to combine from f to g, will go there, and then gx, which is this one only. Okay, so first thing is we need to find fgx. So that means we will write fgx equals 3 times 2x minus 3 plus 1. Alright? So these 2x minus 3 to go from until here. Right? So as your input. Alright, so then you are going to have 6x minus 9 plus 1. So then fgx equals 6x minus 8. Alright, so this is our fgx. Now we are going to need a board, a bigger board for this. Okay, so let's replace that with this one. Alright, so remember this. You need a bigger board. Alright, so remember this. Okay, so I'm going to flash it later on also. Here is our bigger board. I have another board here, improvised one. Alright? Okay. So we need to find fgx equals to gx, right? So what we're going to have is, because we found fgx earlier, and this is equal to 6x minus 8. Remember that? And then equal to our gx is equal to 2x minus 3. Okay, if I'm going to flash it again, this is our composite function. and that is our normal function there, x minus 3. Okay. So then, same with what we did with inverse function and all, we can transfer. So you have 6x here and 2x there, so you can transfer 2 to the other side, and then 2x and then the 8 on the other side. So this means 6x minus 2x, and then you have minus 3 plus 8. Alright? So that means 5 here. Okay? And then right here you have 4x divided by 4 divided by 4. So how much is that? That would be x equal to 1.25. Alright, so the x is equal to 1.25. So let's see if our answer is correct. So if we're going to multiply 1.25 times 2 minus 3 we're going to get 0.5. Here negative 0.5. Okay? So if we multiply also 1.25 times 6, 1.25 times 6 here, that is 7.5 minus 8, your answer would be negative 0.5. So both of the equation you can obtain 0.5. So negative. So that means the answer for this is 1.25. It's easy, right? Okay, now it's time for you to scan your books and do some exercises. Thank you for viewing. Please hit the like and subscribe button and share it so that others can also have an idea of how to solve composite functions. Thank you and God bless you all.